Hello. So a program that I have showed a few people how to use lately that I wanted to do a quick tutorial on is called OBS. This is actually a open platform screen recording software that can capture audio and can do a whole lot, but it's pretty easy to set up and use. And so I've had a few teachers who are using it for like online learning and or just like getting themselves set up, like recording what they're doing on a screen and then putting it on Classroom for their in-person kids. If you blended learning folk are using it, it's a really powerful software that's also very light. So even if you don't have the strongest computer, this is a pretty solid program all around. So for how this little tutorial is going to work is I'm going to show you how to install it, and because I was installing it and taking screenshots of it because that's just the easiest way to show you. The first part's going to be just kind of like pictures, but then I'll walk you through how to set it up. Once you set it up one time, you don't have to worry about doing it again. Everything just kind of goes where it's supposed to. So the first thing you're going to go do is go to obsproject.com. You can also just Google OBS, and it'll come right up. From here, obviously, if you're on your school-issued computer, you're going to click on Windows. If you have a Mac and want to use it at home, you can do it here too. Like I said, it's free and open source. It's a great program. Once you click Windows, it will start downloading it for you. Once this downloads, you will click it, and then it'll open the installer. The installer is pretty basic. Just say next through all. Next, yes, agree, whatever, through all the things. And then it'll actually load into OBS. So the first time you open OBS, you'll see a screen that looks just like this. This is a little bigger here. I can zoom in like that. Whoa, how about that? Okay. So you will probably not be doing streaming, so you don't need to worry about this, and you will not be doing the virtual camera either, so you don't have to worry about that necessarily. Go ahead and click this second option right here, and then just say next, and like it says, you can change your settings and stuff if you want to change your settings and things, but for the most part, just optimize for recording. That's really all you need to do. Okay, and then you will get to a screen that looks like this. It's all black, nothing's going on. If you start talking or if there's sound in the background, you will see this little bar here start to move. Really briefly, I'll show you this. So this is my actual screen, and you can see right here how it is moving back and forth as I talk. So when you get it loaded up the first time on your end, you will see this start going. This desktop audio is if your computer is playing anything, and you can record your internal audio too. Scenes, don't worry about this, just leave it exactly the way it is. What you want to do is click this plus button right here, and then you will go to, it'll pop up a little menu that looks just like this. The two that you probably want to spend the most time with are display capture and window capture. Display capture captures your entire computer screen, so from all the way up here to all the way down here. So I'm currently using display capture. It's recording, corner to corner of this particular screen. You can also set it so that it only captures a certain window. So if you have a bunch of windows open and you just wanted to get one particular window, you can choose this. You can also make it capture your computer's camera with the video capture device. It'll find it and set it up for you. That way, if you wanted your face on there, then you can have your face on there too. And I'll show you how to how to rearrange it so everything fits in the screen. But for you figuring out for the first time, just go ahead and say display capture, and then you'll get a little window like this. You can name it something if you want to. I don't ever bother with it. I just leave it as display capture and then just say okay. And then you'll see a window like this. And the first time you see it, it can be a little overwhelming because it'll, infinite window, infinite mirror kind of thing. But that just means that it's recording your screen because OBS is on your screen. If you have 2 or even 3 monitors, or like your smartboard or your projector are plugged in and on, it'll read multiple displays if you have like extended display turned on like I do. So display 1 is my just my computer screen, and then display 2 is actually my external monitor. So choose whichever one of those you want to choose, and then say OK. Underneath this is a thing that says like capture cursor. You will probably want to leave that turned on so that your students can see your mouse moving around. And then you say OK. So then from there, I'm going to actually bring OBS on over. Infinite windows. So then from there, what you can do is you can actually grab this little corner here and shrink it down to make it fit part of your screen, or just have like a certain part. You can do this if you want multiple inputs at the same time. So the way I like to do it is if I need this screen going, I might do it like this, and then maybe I'm gonna add you know, my other monitor. So display capture 2, okay. And then this is my other monitor here. So I'm gonna leave that one, say okay. Now notice it takes up all this space, so I'm just gonna shrink it down. And then there we go. So now I have, you know, both my monitors in the same place. And I can even make this like the whole thing in the back here, and then grab this one, click this little button down here and kind of push it up. And then I have this, I can put it here in the middle of the screen. So if I still wanted to do something, you know, out here on the background, I can do that while having this window up at the same time. And if I really want to get out there, shrink this down even more, hit plus, and then say video capture device. It's fine. And look, there's me. Hello. So if you have multiple cameras turned on, you can choose one of those. Like if your owl's plugged in, you'll see that too. I'm just going to leave all these settings the same. Say OK. And then there's me. And I can shrink myself and show myself over there. And there you go. So then I'm actually going to drag this over this way. So then you can kind of see that like over here is my second monitor. This one's my first monitor, and then there's me. Me floating here. Well, me floating here. There you go. So then if you want to get rid of some of these, like I do, I can get rid of that. And I can even get rid of display capture 2, get rid of that. And then this is just as easy as dragging and making it full screen. And that's really all there is to it. So then after you finish, you hit stop, obviously. But if you wanted to pause it because, you know, the bell goes off, or because you just need to stop for a second and you don't want to like stitch all your videos together, you can just hit this little pause and it'll pause. I'm not going to do that because obviously it'll, you know, pause the recording. The one thing to keep in mind is that when you are doing this, if your screen looks like, if your recording looks like this and you only have like a little bit in the frame, check your OBS and see if you didn't accidentally just drag this around, because all you have to do to move it is just click it and drag it. So it can get put in the wrong spot. To finish, once you say stop recording, it'll save, and then you go to File, Show Recordings, and then it'll just be sitting. Sorry, they didn't show up on yours. There you go. It'll just be sitting in here. Let me show that to you again, but I'm going to change my monitor. Well, there we go. Okay. So after you hit stop, there's the pause button. Stop. After you hit stop, you go to File, Show Recordings, and then it'll be right here. And the default is to name it by date. So this video right here, traffic cone, actually is actually is a video. It's actually this video, but that's why you don't see a thumbnail, because I'm still recording it. So it's already pre-made the file right there. So that's all there is to it. Again, this is OBS. To download it, you just go to obsproject.com. If you have any questions or need help getting it set up, just let me know. I'm happy to show you.